Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love here for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising's horoscope for June 2025. So we are going to be starting at the new moon in Gemini on May 26th and going to the new moon in Cancer on June 25th. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Please like and subscribe. I've got some pretty cool links and discount codes down below in the description box, so check those out. And let's go ahead, jump in, and get started. So Taurus, this new moon is in the sign of Gemini. This is your second house. This is your finances. This is family values. Jupiter has been going through this house for the past year, blessing it, expanding it. Money's probably been a little bit easier. So this new moon is bringing about maybe a new resource of money, maybe an unexpected payment, but some kind of blessing along the lines of finances and family values. This is a beautiful new start. So enjoy this new moon, Taurus. This is on May 26th. Then on May 27th, Mercury, which is also in the second house, this house of finances, Mercury trines Pluto. So something about thinking about your finances, organizing them, helps to transform your work life a little bit. Now, this is a gentler energy, so it's not going to be abrupt or abrasive, but this is a little bit of a gentle new start, and this will, like I said, transform your career in some way. So this is a fast-moving energy. It'll be through by the 28th, but that energy takes place on May 27th. Then on May 29th, we have a Mercury cazimi. So a Mercury cazimi is when Mercury lines up with the Sun. It's a conjunction of the two planets. Mercury is said to be within 17 minutes of the Sun. That is what's required for it to be a cazimi. When a Mercury cazimi occurs, the divine is sprinkling brilliant ideas around the planet, solutions to problems, aha moments, the next great idea comes into play, just revelations in general. This energy is there and accessible for us between 6 p.m. on the East Coast on the 29th to 5:45 a.m. on the East Coast on the 30th, and then from 3 p.m. on the West Coast on the 29th to 2:45 a.m. on the 30th on the West Coast. So I've got those times right there for you. With a Mercury cazimi, you want to be sure to journal. You want to be sure to meditate. This will allow the ideas to kind of percolate. You'll be quiet. You'll be able to hear your thoughts. So that's important, Taurus. But definitely enjoy that cazimi. So that is on May 29th. Then on June 1st, Venus lines up with Chiron. So Venus is in your 12th house right now. So this is the house of the subconscious. You've been thinking about money. You've been thinking about having fun more so than usual. And Venus lines up with Chiron. So you may be remembering how a lover hurt you, going over some financial mishaps of the past. You'll probably be wondering, like, why am I thinking about this? Why am I remembering this? This is a fast-moving energy, but that is what you can expect on June 1st. Then on June 4th, Venus sextiles Jupiter. So this is a beautiful day. So you're wanting to have fun, you're wanting to be in love, is sextiling Jupiter in that second house of finances. So you are going to feel abundant financially. You're going to be wanting to go out and have fun. June 4th will be a fun day, Taurus, so go ahead and put that on your calendar. Then on June 5th, Mercury sextiles Mars. So Mercury is once again in that second house of finances. It's easy to think about your money. It's easy to get it organized and together right now. And it's sextiling Mars in your 4th house. So there's been some aggression in your family. Maybe you have been more motivated to be at home, but then you're kind of picking on folks who are there. So on June 5th, something about having your mind on your money is kind of triggering you to be home or to kind of fuss at family a little bit. That is on June 5th. Then on June 6th, we've got two different things happening. So Venus moves into Taurus, your sign, and Mercury sextiles Chiron. So when Venus moves into Taurus, you are just going to be looking better than you normally do, Taurus. So Venus in your first house allows pictures to just come off great. You're looking better out in the world. This may be you buying new clothes, new outfits, getting a good haircut, but you've just got a knack for being at the right angle, looking the right way. A lot of models in Hollywood have Venus in the first house. It's a beautiful, beautiful placement. So definitely let people take your picture during this time. Venus will be in Taurus the rest of the month. Also on June 6th, Mercury is sextiling Chiron. So Mercury's in that second house of your finances, your money, family values, and it's making this forced connection, a sextile, to Chiron in your 12th house. So something about organizing money is causing you to remember pains and hurts from the past. Maybe organizing your money is helping you to heal it, because that can bring around healing as well. So there may be a few tears on that day, but that is June 6th, Taurus. Then on June 8th, Mercury moves into Cancer. So this is your third house, siblings, neighbors, the people in your environment that you don't necessarily choose. Your mind is going to be on the community. So this is an excellent time to communicate with your neighbors, the people in your environment, to get organized. If you're part of the neighborhood HOA, or these are people in some sort of club around you. But Mercury will be in Cancer for the rest of the month in that third house, Taurus. Then on June 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. So Jupiter is going to be blessing your community, your relationships with your siblings, your cousins. The third house also is the area of our life that shows us about short trips. So you may be making more day trips this next year. Jupiter's going to be there for the entire year. Blessings are going to come from your neighbors, your siblings, and cousins during this year. Also on June 9th, Venus is squaring Pluto. So Venus squaring Pluto, Venus is in that first house. You're looking good. You're having fun. When people think of a good time, they think of Taurus. And something about you looking good and having fun is causing some uncomfortable transformations at work. Maybe your boss is accusing you of having too much fun and you need to get serious. This is a bit of an uncomfortable energy. Fortunately, it's a quick moving energy, and that will be there on June 9th. Then on June 10th, Mars trines Chiron. So Mars is in that house of family, home, upbringing, and it's just making this easy connection to Chiron in your 12th house. So you may be aggressive with the family that day, and that is causing you to remember times when you were hurt, or this aggression in the family or wanting to be at home is a time of healing, so where you're kind of able to cry some things through. That also is a faster moving energy, and that is on June 10th. Then on June 11th, Mercury sextiles Venus. So Mercury's in that third house. That's the neighborhood, your siblings, cousins, and communications in this area of your life are causing you to look good. So people are like, hey, look at Taurus. They're out there having fun. They're looking good. And that should be a pretty enjoyable day. Definitely hang out with the neighbors and your siblings on that day if you can. That's on June 11th. Then on June 13th and 14th, we are going to feel the energy building up to Mars squaring Uranus on June 15th. So Mars is going through that fourth house, family, upbringing, ancestry. You've been motivated to be at home. It has felt good to be at home, even though there may be some conflict there and some sniping in the household. Mars is squaring Uranus, so that's an uncomfortable connection. And Uranus is the planet of chaos. It likes to cut things off, just let them go. So there may be some kind of conflict in the family, and you're going to feel this building up on the 13th and the 14th, and it'll come to a head on the 15th. You may just say, forget it, I'm done with family. This may not be a permanent thing, but it'll probably feel permanent in that moment. But there's going to be some kind of conflict with the way you look, the way you appear, and what's going on in your home life. So just be prepared for that, Taurus. Then on the 17th, Mars moves into Virgo. So Virgo is your 5th house. This is the house of creativity. This is your passion projects, kiddos. And so you're going to be motivated to have fun, to be creative, and to enjoy yourself and those sweet kids. That's starting on June 17th, and Mars is going to be there for approximately 2 months, Taurus. Then on June 20th, the Sun moves into Cancer. So once again, this is your 3rd house, your community, siblings, cousins. This is basic learning. This is part of your yearly routine. So the Sun is just shining its spotlight on the community, and you're probably going to be more prone to hang out with neighbors and siblings at this time. Then on June 22nd, Mars is sextiling Jupiter. So Mars is newly in this 5th house of passion projects and kiddos, and it's creating this this sextile, this forced relationship with Jupiter in the 3rd house. So maybe your kids are wanting you to come to a neighborhood barbecue or some kind of paint class in the community, but it's a beautiful connection between those 2 houses, and you should enjoy that day on June 22nd, Taurus. And then on June 24th, we have a Jupiter cazimi. So on the 23rd, it may be a little bit more difficult to be grateful, to feel like God is there when you pray. It's there's kind of going to feel like some distance between you and goodness on the 23rd, but that is going to change on the 24th with the Jupiter cazimi. So this is when Jupiter and the Sun line up, and there are just good things, blessings, abundance sprinkled about the planet across for everybody. The universe is just wanting to bless us. That is on June 24th. The Jupiter cazimi is when the Sun and Jupiter line up and divine blessings occur. This is an excellent, wonderful day for law of attraction exercises. The universe is wanting to give to us, so we need to let the universe know what it is that we want. That energy is coming to a head about 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast, 10:30 a.m. on the West Coast. That is going to be a beautiful day. That is June 24th. Then on June 25th, we have the new moon in Cancer. So this is your 3rd house. This is the neighbors, siblings, cousins, and this is a beautiful new moon, and we will talk more about that on the next horoscope video. I appreciate you hanging out with me today, Taurus. It's been a lot of fun. Please like and subscribe. I've got those links and discount codes down below. Please check those out, and I will see you again soon. Have a good one.